Hello everyone, welcome to tigereyepsi. This is going to be a general reading for all signs for the month of July. So this is just going to be themes, certain things that I may pick up for specific signs. It could also be that I pick up on love. But again, this is general. So we'll just see what events may occur in your life. Okay. I'm just going to take the top one for this. So I got setting your course. So this is the Three of Scrolls. I don't know if you can see that clearly, but this is about redetermining the goals that you have and seeing whether or not the path that you've taken so far has been fruitful for you. You may decide, you know what, I think I'm going to look into another passion. I may end up starting another hobby, take some classes at summer classes. You may even go back to an old hobby that you were very much into in the past and you decide, look, I want to start up again. We have a limited amount of time here on this earth, and it may hit you that you come to a realization of what actually really matters deep in your heart, and they may be activities that you had brushed off to the side, and it's something that you it becomes very clear to you. What I'm actually getting is that there's going to be a moment that is going to awaken you to remembering something that may end up making you more whole, if that makes sense. So if you feel, if you already feel like, hey, everything's fine and dandy, then that's great. But I am feeling for a large majority of you, there is going to be some moment of awakening where it's going to be something that you forgot about. It's going to be some sort of activity, some person maybe that you need to contact. It's going to be some sort of remembrance, a reminder of something that matters to you very deep in your heart, and it may end up propelling you to do better in your job, in your career. It may help you feel a lot more balanced, and it's not going to be something that you didn't really expect. So that's what I'm getting is going to be the main theme for this month. Some of you may also be changing jobs, moving locations. If you guys were waiting for some sort of real estate deal to be completed, I see that will be complete. And I'm also feeling that there's going to be a lot of appointments, a lot of meetings, a lot of things that you wanted to get done, but they were delayed for some sort of a reason, like something came up and it just wasn't happening. But I do feel that for the month of July, there's going to be a lot of pushing forward into getting things done. So meaning that things that weren't working out before, again, such as having a real estate deal, trying to meet up with an old friend, whatever the case is, it will happen. And I do feel... Hi there again, sorry about that. So what I was saying is that there's probably going to be some sort of something that comes in to help you lighten up a bit. You may end up meeting a new friend that you end up getting along with, and you two act like children together. It may end up being someone that you... I'm getting that you may end up meeting someone in a very unexpected way. Maybe that through a friend of yours, they know, you meet for some sort of drinks or dinner, and this person that they bring along that you've never really heard of, through talks with friends or coworkers, whatever the case is, you may end up becoming very close to them in July, and it's going to help you lighten up. You may end up developing some sort of skill, and it may end up becoming very clear that this is a talent of yours, and you may end up wanting to focus on developing that. And it's going to be relating to setting your course. Let's see. Okay, so I got the One of Forces, the Akashic Field. So this is meaning that you're going to be focusing a lot more on being more mindful about, again, how to get to where you want to, and looking at all the resources that you have available to you. This is going to help take you to the next step, take you to a higher step into having a more balanced mindset, growing more flowers in your garden, shall I say. You are going to be feeling a lot more free, and this is probably going to be relating to getting into some sort of hobby. If you have a friend that is into some sort of activity, you may end up asking to go along with them, and this is going to help you feel more free. You're probably going to be a lot more social as well. This is going to also be relating to probably reading more about spirituality, learning more about history. It's going to be about what I'm getting with the Akashic Field, rather than like the consciousness field. I'm getting that you are probably going to be growing more, adding more wisdom and adding more knowledge and trying to increase your intelligence. So you're going to be reading more books, researching, talking and interviewing with people to see how you can develop this new skill that I feel that it's going to be a moment of awakening. And I got the Akashic Library as the next card. So again, this goes along with what I was saying. You're going to be adding more knowledge to your skill set. So you may end up, again, reading more books. I'm getting very strongly something about history. So there's probably going to be some sort of spiritual history, something like this, that you are going to be reading about, and it's going to come into a full-bodied understanding about how to incorporate this into your day-to-day life, how this hobby of yours, how these books that you're going to be reading, how it's going to be incorporated into your day-to-day life, into your career, into your job. You may end up writing a book if this is something that you have been wanting to do, and it's going to be something related to, I get a lot of you are going to be looking a lot more into spirituality this month, much more so than you have before. I mean, if you're watching this, it's a tarot card video. I imagine that you are, at least someone interested in spirituality, that industry, that field. But I feel that you are going to be helping other people get into this field much more so than than you knew that they were into. I don't know if that really made sense. Let me try to make that more clear. If you are watching this video, I'm assuming that you are into tarot card readings. You go to maybe psychic shops, you do, you're aware of the chakra system. But I feel that you are going to be talking to people much more directly about these spiritual topics, and it's going to not be so much hidden under the rug. It's going to be openly talked about much more so than before, and you are going to be at the forefront of this, helping people to be more direct in getting what it is that they want, using spiritual tools and spiritual practices. So people may know about it, somewhat, but they don't really, it's not something that they are, let's say, okay, I'm trying to gather my words. So let's say that you have some sort of knowledge about the chakra system. You may have an intuitive understanding of it, but you are going to help them break it down into identifying a little bit more clearly what is going on, how it's connected to you and to the larger society. So you may be reading a lot more books on spirituality, spiritual history, something like that, looking at who has gone before you and studied, I don't know, vibrational medicine or something like that. And it may end up helping you to get closer with other people. It may end up being something that you write a book about. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. Okay, one more card. Okay, I got Archangel Gabriel. So what I'm getting with this is, again, I was just talking about communication, books, knowledge, words, history, communication. Again, taking all these and pointing out exactly what would be beneficial for someone. So the spiritual industry, or whatever industry that you're in as your career, your hobby, interested in, basically. If you are trying to teach someone, it's very easy to just point them in the direction of, oh yeah, I'm like interested in the history field, but it's a very broad field. So you are going to be working on identifying what it is that they need and how you can help them in a much more direct, straightforward way, rather than just being vague with the way that you help your friends or family members. So if you work with angels, or if you're familiar with it, you could be getting more into using angels and archangels as a method or guidance to help you connect to whatever your higher power is, the Akashic field, the consciousness field. So again, communication. Also, there's going to be something about protection, that you're going to be learning how to protect yourself spiritually. And I feel that you are also going to be working on helping protect others with whatever this Akashic field, Akashic library mix is. And this is the beginning of a new garden, shall I say. I'm also feeling that it's not necessarily like an addition of a rose to your garden. It's more of a whole new garden that you're going to be having. And this is going to be relating to setting your course. So that is what I feel for all of the signs for July 2018. I do offer readings, $4 for a question. It's sent to you via PDF, but I will also offer video readings, and you can just email me for the prices. So I love you all. I hope you enjoyed that, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Hi there. Sorry about that. My camera turned off for a moment there. So anyways, what I was saying is that there are going to be a lot of things that have been delayed for a while, things that you've been wanting to get done, maybe even organizing a certain room in your house, and may even be having a garage sale, finally doing some delayed spring cleaning. But whatever the case is, I do see that you are going to be identifying what those things are and moving forward with it. And again, there's going to be a lot of surprise, how should I say it, surprise calls and surprise visits from people that are going to help push forward things that you have been wanting to get done. So that's what I see as the theme. What else do I see for all of the signs for January, for July 2018? It's probably going to feel like a whole new year. It's going to feel like it's the end of the year for some reason. There's going to be a break in a cycle. So generally at the end of the year, we feel that we want to make a new start in our resolutions. We evaluate again, what has our progress been like throughout the year, and what do I need to modify and change in my daily routine, my daily program, in order to maximize the results for my goals. So I feel that July will be that reset, that almost like it's the new year. And probably starting towards the end, you know, the last few days of June, you're going to have these moments of awakening. It's going to just spark one right after another. And it's going to be very clear to you what you need to work on. So, let's see what else. I'm also picking up that some of you are feeling nervous about some sort of event that may be happening in July. Okay, so I got 5 of roses, which is the garden. I have these 2 children playing in the garden. The little girl is looking with a magnifying glass at this butterfly on top of the flowers. And this little boy, he's just setting his eyes on the site of the garden. So what I'm getting from this is that you're going to be, again, looking back at how you've transformed over this past, probably since January, mostly since January, but again, over the last year. And what's going to happen is that you're going to go into this new month with a very lighthearted approach. Things that I feel that there's going to be things that you were very, I don't know how to say it, serious about. So it may be some sort of job or something like that you really, really wanted, and you're going to let it go a little bit. And it's going to be something that you probably end up finding something, in a sense, to replace what you were so focused on, and it may help end up bringing you some balance into your life. You're going to feel like you have a whole new start. Hold on one moment.